Hello, we're out on the farm here. This is the farm that I grew up on. And so, I come to your farm. So today I was going to show you a little bit about what happens on our farm that I grew up on. We don't actually farm the ground anymore. It's leased out. But they're doing the same thing that I did when I grew up. I was planting potatoes. This is a potato planter you see behind me. And down to this way, we'll pan over here in just a minute, but it will show you a little bit about the rows that we plant potatoes in. So, and you can see there's a planter already. If we go clear enough around, you can see there's a planter down in the field, and it's planting potatoes. So they've got these rows that they pre-mark the rows, and they have it so then the planter drives down the rows, and the potatoes are planted right down in the row down here, and they are planted. There's a little seed potato. You can see the seed potato that's planted here. It's a little piece of one. I plant it down in the soil about six or 8 inches, and then before long, that'll grow up into those great Idaho potatoes you see all over the country. In fact, if you see in the grocery store, Wada Potatoes, that's the company that where all the potatoes that are growing on our farm, that's where they are distributed through. So you might be able to see some of those in your grocery store. I'm like a kid still. I grew up in playing with toys in the sandbox, and so just wanted to show you a little bit about, or show you some of the equipment that potatoes are planted with, and that we had. There's a drive on there right in the back of the potato planter, or the bin. There's a big bin, and that holds all the potatoes, and then there's cups that take those up and over, and then there's shoes and discs that it drops it down in the ground and covers the potato up. So that's a little bit about how potatoes are planted here in Idaho, and just kind of wanted to share. I used to think, why would I, when I was studying in college about corn, I was always thinking, why would I ever want to know about corn? I'm going to plant potatoes and do potatoes the rest of my life. Well, as most of you know, I'm a corn guy now. I plant corn all over the United States. And so, you never know what life is going to bring and the changes that come about. And what can happen in your life. I've got to stop saying haven't I? But anyway, just wanted to show you a little bit about my past and what we used to do, and a little bit about where your Idaho potatoes come from. So hope that you have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you later. So we showed you a little bit about when we plant the potatoes, and that's the spring crop coming in. This is last year's crop. So I'm standing inside of a potato cellar, and they're loading out the crop. This crop is going fresh, so it'll go to the warehouse, and then it goes to the grocery store. But you can see the big pile of potatoes behind me. This is where they're stored all winter. And then this is what we call a scooper or Spudnik. And it goes in there, scoops up the potatoes, and then runs them up over the piler into the truck. But it's a little bit about how you see a lot of these potatoes stacked up there. These cellars are about 300 feet long. They're about 50 to 60 foot wide, and they're all full of potatoes. And then they conveyor them up into the truck, and then they eventually make it to your grocery store out to where you're at.